Stop for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Before another thought enters your mind, whisper to yourself, I am safe now, because you are. The world may still swirl around you, but this moment right now is sacred. This is where your healing begins. You did not find this by chance. Life guided you here because you are ready to stop surviving and start living again. Somewhere deep within you, there is a voice that has whispered, enough. Enough of the pain, the guilt, the self-blame. That voice is the beginning of healing. Healing does not happen through effort. It happens through surrender. You do not have to force your heart open. It opens the moment you stop fighting yourself. Life is always trying to return you to wholeness. All you must do is stop resisting the love that wants to reach you. You have carried so much, maybe pain in the body, tightness in the chest, or a heart heavy with memories that still ache. But dear one, you are not your pain. You are the awareness beneath it, the calm witness that has survived every storm. That part of you has never been broken. Every cell in your body listens to your thoughts. When you tell yourself, I am healing, your body softens. When you say, I am whole, your immune system brightens. When you say, I am loved, your heart responds. Your words are medicine, speak them gently. For years you may have believed that healing was outside of you, hidden in a pill, a doctor, or another person's approval. But healing is not something you chase. It is something you allow. Your body already knows how to repair. Your mind already knows how to release. You only need to give permission. Say softly now, I give myself permission to heal. Feel what happens as those words enter your body, that warmth spreading through your chest. That is your energy beginning to move again. You are reminding every cell that it is safe to let go. You do not need to understand how this works. Just trust that life knows what it is doing. Every beat of your heart proves that the universe is on your side. Every breath says, I am still here. You are supported in ways you cannot see. Even the pain that brought you here was part of your path home. Forgive your body for not healing faster. Forgive your mind for repeating old thoughts. Forgive yourself for not knowing better before now. Every time you forgive, another layer of resistance melts away. Forgiveness is the bridge between pain and peace. You have punished yourself long enough. You have replayed the same memories, the same regrets, as if suffering could undo the past. But suffering is not loyalty, it is stagnation. Let yourself be free. The lesson has already been learned. You don't have to relive it anymore. Healing is remembering your innocence. Beneath every fear, every mistake, there is a soul that has only ever wanted love. That is who you are. The part of you that still believes in kindness, still believes in hope, still reaches for light, even in darkness, that is your truth. Let that part lead now. Your body may have held pain for years, but every cell is renewing every few months. Almost all the atoms that make you are replaced. That means you are literally becoming new. Your task is to fill the new you with new thoughts. Think of yourself as a garden. Pull the weeds gently. Plant only what you wish to grow. Say this with me, I am willing to release all fear. I am willing to let love flow freely through my mind and body. Every time you repeat these words, you are rewriting your story. You are teaching your nervous system that peace is safe, that joy is safe, that love is safe. Do not be afraid of your emotions. Tears are not weakness, they are cleansing. When you cry, the body releases what the mind has held too tightly. Let them fall. Every tear waters the soil of your new beginning. You are not falling apart, you are opening. There will come a day, perhaps sooner than you think, when you will wake and realize that the pain has softened, that the thoughts that once ruled your mind now whisper instead of shout. That is how healing often comes, quietly, almost unnoticed, until you realize you are no longer suffering. The universe always responds to truth, and the deepest truth is that you are already whole. Healing is not about becoming something new. It is about remembering what you have always been. Love itself, infinite, complete. Life loves you, dear one. It has never stopped. Every time you doubted yourself, every time you felt unworthy, life waited patiently, whispering, "Come home." And now you are. You are coming home to peace, to trust, to your own divine wholeness. If you still doubt, that's okay. Doubt is only fear dressed as protection. Tell it gently, "Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I choose peace now." Your mind will quiet. Your body will sigh. Healing always begins with permission. Say this now: I am ready to heal. I am ready to release. I am ready to remember who I truly am. Let those words sink deep. Your body is listening. Your spirit is responding. The process has already begun. You will leave this moment lighter than you arrived, not because the pain vanished instantly, but because you remembered that pain does not define you. You are the sky. Pain is just a passing cloud, and the sky never breaks, it only clears. One day soon you will look back on this chapter and realize it was sacred, that every wound carried wisdom, that every ending was really a beginning, that every tear was a baptism into a deeper self-love. And when that day comes, you will smile at your reflection, not because the mirror has changed, but because you have. The light you once searched for will be shining from your own eyes. That is the sign of a healed soul. So breathe, whisper this once more: I am healing now, I am whole. Life loves me. Let it echo through your chest until you feel the truth of it. This message found you because you were meant to remember. You will be healed because you already are. There is a quiet beginning to every healing, and it does not come from striving. It comes from permission. The moment you whisper, "I am allowed to heal," the universe sighs with relief. For so long, you may have believed that healing required punishment, proof, or perfection. Yet life does not ask you to earn its grace. It only asks you to allow it. Healing begins the instant you stop trying to deserve it. Most people do not realize how much of their pain comes not from the wound itself, but from resistance to it. We fight the ache, we curse the tiredness, we criticize the body for being slow to recover, but the body listens. It hears every word, every sigh, every accusation. When you say, "I am broken," it believes you. When you say, "I am healing," it believes that too. Every cell takes instruction from your thought. Choose your language with love. For many years, I believed that I had to fix myself. I treated my inner life like a project to be completed, a flaw to be corrected. The more I tried to fix, the worse I felt, for every effort carried the unspoken belief that I was not enough. It was only when I surrendered, when I said, "I give myself permission to be as I am," that the healing began to flow naturally. Effort had exhausted me. Acceptance restored me. Healing asks for gentleness, not control. You do not force a flower to bloom by pulling at its petals. You water it, you give it sunlight, you protect it from harsh winds. The same is true for the soul. If you want it to open, you must create the right conditions, kind thoughts, restful moments, tender patience. When you learn to speak softly to yourself, the body responds as a flower to light. Perhaps you have carried guilt for years, thinking that your illness or sorrow is punishment for past mistakes. Let me remind you, life does not punish, it teaches. Every experience brings wisdom. When guilt rules the heart, healing cannot flow. Guilt is the gatekeeper of pain, but the moment you forgive yourself, that gate opens and light pours through. You have suffered long enough. It is time to be kind to yourself. Pause for a moment now. Close your eyes. Place a hand over your heart and feel its steady rhythm. It has never given up on you, not once. Whisper softly, "I am safe now." Feel how those words relax the shoulders, how the breath deepens. Safety is not found outside of you, it is created within. When the body feels safe, the mind begins to rest. And in that rest, the natural intelligence of healing awakens. You do not need to understand how this works. You do not need to earn your recovery through effort or discipline. Healing is not a job, it is a response. When you release tension, life rushes in to fill the space you once guarded. You have been carrying the world upon your shoulders, thinking you must hold everything together. But dear one, life holds you. You may rest now. The body responds to kindness far more quickly than to criticism. I've seen people heal from chronic pain when they began speaking gently to themselves. A woman once came to me saying, my stomach has betrayed me for years. I said, no, dear, your stomach has been protecting you. It has tightened each time you swallowed anger you could not express. When she began to thank her stomach instead of condemning it, her digestion improved within weeks. Love softens where fear constricts. We've been taught to think that strength means pushing through pain, but true strength is the courage to pause. Rest is not laziness, it is respect. The body cannot renew while it is being chased. Allow yourself to stop. Sit in the stillness of now and feel the quiet hum of life within you. That hum is not weakness, it is wisdom. Every healing begins with a sentence. I give myself permission to heal. Say it aloud, slowly, like a prayer. Feel how the words expand within you. Permission releases the energy that judgment has trapped. It tells the body you are safe to restore. It tells the mind you are free to release. It tells the heart you are loved as you are. For years, I believed I had to heal others to prove my worth, until I learned that the only healing I could ever give was my own. When I healed myself, my presence healed others naturally. There is no greater gift you can offer the world than your own wholeness. Every time you forgive yourself, the earth becomes a gentler place. The mind loves to complicate what the heart already understands. Healing is simple. It is returning to love. Each time you choose love over fear, softness over hardness, acceptance over resistance, you create conditions where miracles feel natural. And miracles are nothing more than love made visible. If you feel weary from trying, stop trying. Sit quietly and imagine that life is a warm current carrying you downstream. You do not have to swim. You only need to relax. Every moment you release control, you move closer to alignment with healing. Resistance is the only obstacle, and even resistance softens under kindness. Speak to yourself as you would to a child. Say, I am here, I will not abandon you. This simple affirmation awakens inner safety. When the inner child feels safe, the adult begins to heal. You have ignored that small voice for too long. It has waited patiently for tenderness. Let your own words be the lullaby it has always needed to hear. You may think that healing must take years, but time is not the measure of healing. Willingness is. The moment you choose peace over punishment, you have already shifted. The body and mind respond immediately to a change in attitude. You will feel it as warmth, as tears, as stillness. That is the movement of life through you. Do not rush this process. Flowers do not open all at once. The petals unfurl in their own rhythm, each moment perfect. Trust your timing. The universe has never been late in anything it creates. You are unfolding exactly as you are meant to. As you rest in this awareness, say quietly, I am no longer fighting myself. I allow healing to happen. Feel how the breath deepens again, how the mind grows calm. This is surrender, not giving up, but giving over. You hand the burden to life and trust that it knows how to carry it better than you ever could. Gentleness is your new medicine. Speak kindly, move slowly. Forgive the moments you forget. Healing is not a straight path, it spirals. Some days will feel like progress, others like return. Yet each circle moves you closer to peace. You cannot fail at healing. You can only delay it with judgment. Close your eyes again and whisper, I am safe now. I give myself permission to heal. Let the sound of your own voice wrap around you like a blanket. Feel the warmth spread through the heart, through the belly, through the hands. The body hears this language and begins to respond. You are not alone in this. Life itself is your companion, your healer, your friend. Trust it. It has carried you through every night into every morning. It will carry you through this too. Take one final deep breath. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Rest in the truth that healing is already unfolding within you. You have given permission, and life has answered. You are safe, you are loved, and you are healing right now, in this very breath. When we begin to listen, we find that the body has been waiting to speak all along. It speaks not in words, but in sensations, in aches, in the rhythm of breath and pulse. Every flutter, every pain, every moment of fatigue is its way of whispering, please notice me. The body has never been our enemy. It has always been our most faithful messenger of truth. For years, I misunderstood my body. I thought it betrayed me when it became sick or weak. But in time, I saw that illness was not rebellion, it was communication. My body was pleading for love, for rest, for forgiveness. Every symptom was an unanswered letter sent from the cells to my heart. When I finally listened, the body sighed in relief, as if to say, thank you for hearing me at last. The body remembers everything. It remembers joy, and it remembers sorrow. It remembers the laughter of childhood and the tears we never cried. The shoulders remember burdens not yet released. The stomach remembers fears not yet digested. The throat remembers words we were too afraid to speak. But the body also remembers love, every touch, every kindness, every moment of safety. When I began teaching, I met many people who blamed their bodies for their pain. My back hates me, they said, or my heart is weak. I would smile and remind them that their bodies had carried them through every experience, loyal and tireless. Your body does not hate you, I would say. It is waiting for your love. And when they began to thank their bodies, healing followed. The body responds to thought as a flower responds to sunlight. When we think loving thoughts, the body opens, softens, relaxes. When we think fearful thoughts, it tightens and closes. Imagine the difference between saying, I am sick, and saying, I am healing. The first phrase contracts, the second expands. Healing always follows expansion. You do not need to force your body to heal, you only need to stop fighting it. Every command, every judgment, I should be thinner, I shouldn't feel this pain, I must look younger, tightens the very places that are trying to heal. When you shift from fixing to listening, the body begins to unwind naturally. Listening is love in motion. Sometimes people ask, how can I love my body when it hurts? And I tell them, the same way you would love a child who is crying, you would not scold that child for being in pain. You would hold them gently and whisper, it's all right, I'm here. Love does not demand perfection before it gives comfort. Love comforts first, and healing follows. When I was ill, I would sit in silence and place my hands over the area of pain. I would close my eyes and say, I love you, I know you are trying to help me, tell me what you need. Sometimes I felt warmth, sometimes I felt tears, and sometimes only peace. I learned that my body was not a problem to solve, but a relationship to tend. Every illness softened under that tenderness. If you have been cruel to your body in thought, you can begin again right now. You can say, I forgive myself for every harsh word I have spoken about my body. I now choose to treat it with kindness. The body forgives instantly. It does not hold grudges. It begins rebuilding trust the moment you return to love. Your body loves you. It always has. It beats your heart, circulates your blood, and renews your cells whether you thank it or not. But when you do thank it, when you give it gratitude instead of complaint, it glows. Gratitude is the breath of life. It awakens every organ with joy. Let us practice together for a moment. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Whisper softly, "Body, I am listening. I am grateful for you. You have carried me through so much, and I love you for it." Feel the warmth that spreads beneath your palms. That warmth is the language of healing. The body's wisdom is older than thought. It knows when to rest, when to release, when to renew. It is the mind that interferes. The mind says, "I must push harder," but the body whispers, "Please rest." The mind says, "I must hold it together," but the body says, "Please let go." Healing happens the moment you obey the body's wisdom instead of the mind's fear. Many of us learned to distrust the body early in life. We were told it was sinful, weak, or unworthy. We were taught to cover it, hide it, deny its desires. Yet the body is sacred. It is the temple through which life experiences itself. To love the body is to honor the divine. Every inch of you is holy ground. If you find yourself standing before a mirror, do not rush to judgment. Look into your own eyes and say, "You are beautiful because you are alive." Do not look for flaws to fix. Look for signs of life to celebrate. The curve of a smile, the movement of breath, the sparkle of light in your eyes, these are miracles happening quietly every moment. Your tears are not weakness. They are your body's way of exhaling what the mind has held too tightly. When tears come, do not resist them. Let them fall. Every tear carries old pain out of the body. Crying is not breaking down, it is breaking open. It is how the body cleanses itself from the inside out. I have often said the body hears everything the mind says. When you affirm, "I am healing," you give it new instructions. When you say, "I am safe now," you remind it to relax. When you say, "Life loves me," every cell rejoices. Words are powerful medicine. Use them wisely, and the body will follow. If pain arises, speak to it with curiosity instead of fear. Ask, "What are you trying to tell me?" You may not receive an answer in words, but you will feel it. Pain often says, "You have been carrying too much." It may say, "You have been holding your breath for years." It may simply say, "Please notice me." When you honor it,